We're live. Alrighty. All right. What is up, party people? Everybody over here moving around. Movement is what I like to see. It's your favorite dance coach, China. Anyway, it's your girl. Welcome to China and welcome to my channel. I am super excited to introduce to y'all tonight my wonderful, wonderful crew members. If you're new here, this is the...
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot of brains, your friend.
All right, y'all. So, here at the Nightcap Crew, we keep it fresh. We talk about a lot of topics. We've been talking about a lot of lighter topics. If you're new here, we talk about mid-20 things, mid-20 teens. We talk about late 20 teens as well. We get into it. But today, we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. I'm going to be picking everybody's brain But first and foremost, I got to go ahead and introduce the lovely panel that we have on tonight. And for the second week, I will say, and I am super excited. All right, we have the lovely Livy Rose. Say hello, Livy Rose.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Livy or Livy Rose 97 on TikTok if you want to give me a follow.
She wanted to make sure her TikToks have been blowing up. All right, we have at Miss Danielle M. Hare. Say hello.
Hey guys, it's Danielle, the host of the Red Flag Collectors podcast here. Excited to be back for week 3.
Boom, boom, boom. All right, Q Swab.
What's the vibes? My bad for the delay. Q Swab is here, your favorite unknown rapper. Check me out, please. We here.
He said, "Junior, it's the please for me." Very polite gentleman. All right, naturally elegant.
Hey, it's me. I'm here. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to run my mouth.
All right. Hit Hollywood 6.
How y'all doing? Y'all resident fitness fanatic. Solid 6 Entertainment. Get up with us.
All right, get it. Good. All right, and last but not least, Mr. Chris.
Yo, what's going on? My name is Chris. Glad to be back for the second week. For those who don't know, you all can follow me on IG at Chris with 3 S's, _20. That's where you can find me at.
All right, Mr. Chris. And Chris, if you want to change your ad, you can pop out and come back in, and then I'll add you back in so you can add it in there, okay? If you want to, Mr. Chris.
Mhm.
All right, give him a follow, you guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Tonight is a little bit different. We can play the theme song. We the Nightcap Crew, and we're going to get into it.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot to burn your friend.
All right, so I told you guys in a precursor to the audience, today it's going to be a little bit triggery. We're going to talk about our normal bullshit, but today we're going to get a little bit more intense. For those who do not know, I'm a true crimey person. I enjoy true crime, but it was more than something that was true crime that struck a chord with me. It's been this case going on, and I have a little excerpt of it that we're going to watch from this YouTuber as well. To give it more of a synopsis, but I'll give you a small synopsis. It was a 14-year-old girl. Trigger warning, she was stabbed to death by another 13-year-old boy 114 times. And thus so, the only reason why he stopped stabbing her was because the knife got caught in her skull. Now, I know that is very brutal. I know that is very upsetting, but these are 13 and 14-year-old children doing this. A lot of us deal with children in the past. We love kids. We want to have kids. But it was very upsetting. And it was very sad. So I want to get you guys' opinions on this because ultimately they wanted to charge this young man who was 13 years old as an adult. So we're going to go ahead and look at this synopsis. We're going to watch a little bit of it, probably a couple minutes of it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Then I'm going to go ahead and get the panel's opinion on it. But this is where we're going to go ahead and get into the Tristan Bailey case, which has been trending all over. So, again, tonight we're talking about trending topics. This is Christina Randall. I love her. She's like one of my favorite little YouTubers who do true crime. So we're going to talk about it. Can you hear my sound? Oh, fudge sickles. I do this every time, you guys. I knew it. That's why I had to ask the panel. But you want to know when you like do something and you don't, and you just like it's not there. It's not clicking. All right, let me go ahead and
all the time.
Man, people will be like, "Oh my gosh, I know how to work this." I'm like, I'm actually using something a little bit more difficult. All right, bam.
Real quick before I update you on all of the stuff there is to update you on, if you guys do not know about the Tristan Bailey situation, check out this video right here, and then you can come back to this video, and that will give you a rundown of what we knew in the beginning, and this is going to be a part 2 to that. So real quick, you guys know Tristan Bailey was a 13-year-old little girl who went missing on Mother's Day. So Mom goes looking for her on Mother's Day. She snuck out. She was with the boy, Aiden, who was 14 years old. She was 13. They allegedly went to go meet some friends, sneak out. But all we know as of now is that the little boy, Aiden, has been arrested on first-degree murder charges. Now, he was arrested originally as a juvenile, and the community was pushing. I'm talking about they was pushing seriously. And a lot of people wanted that. Y'all were commenting in my comment section of my other video for him to be tried as an adult, and everybody got what they were asking for because his case has been moved over to the adult courts now. They actually had to go back into the juvenile just.
My secret weapon has just arrived.
Oh, this
I've been waiting for
guy.
this all week.
The center where he was, locked up, and rearrest him as an adult. Now he's arrested under first-degree capital murder charges, honey, and that is not a joke. It's not. They're not going to be playing with him. They're taking this very seriously, whether he is 14 or whether he was 35.
All right. So that's the mini synopsis of the case. So the question I'm presenting of the night is your opinion on whether you think it is fair treatment for Tristan Bailey's alleged killer. She's a 14-year-old girl, and he's a 13-year-old boy. It's very brutal. It's very sad. So what are your opinions on this? Chris, I'm going to go ahead and let you piggyback the conversation, and then we'll go ahead and open it up to the panel. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't specify. I'm sorry. Chris Orange. Excuse me.
Yeah, so that's gonna be confusing for our.
I'm sorry.
No. It's gonna happen all the time. So I'm letting them know. Like, both of us are Chris.
What is that? Oh, Lord, what is that?
But so first, yeah, this is like super heavy. That was super heavy, and my thoughts on it is just the brutality of it. Like, how many times you say? 113 times.
114 times.
114
it got
times.
stuck in her skull.
Like, stabbing somebody isn't like an easy thing to do. Like, it takes a lot of someone to stab someone else, and to do it 114 times, that's kind of evil. So I mean, no, it ain't no kind of. That's evil. Like, that's evil. If there's evil, I think that's evil. But I think at some point you have to like take the general population's view on this and see like, like, I don't think there's anything coming back from that. Like, 114 times. Like, no.
So you think his age, he should be tried as an adult because he knew better. I think he's old enough to know better.
Yeah.
I don't even think it matters if he knows better or not. I don't think he cares.
They said that at his school, the kids were gossiping and he was planning to kill somebody and bring him in the woods.
Yeah.
She snuck out her house with him. Just like, the little playful things we would do when we were kids. Imagine sneaking off as a young lady, sneaking off with some dude into the woods to go get freaky and do something. He's planning with his freaky friends to kill you. He took a Snapchat, actually, in the back of the police car. Like, I'm back here. What's up? And kids using social media, getting off on things like that. And I think a lot of the time it is shit they see on TV. Deja, I seen you shaking your head. What are your feelings on this?
So for those of you who don't know, I have my degree in criminal justice. I spent a very, very good amount of time working with juvenile kids. I worked with the bad ones, the ones who did stuff like that. I worked with rapists. I worked with molesters. I worked with, from male to female aspects. There is no sympathy when it comes to him doing that, simply because one thing that I have learned working in a juvenile, they don't like to call it jail because it's kids. But I will always tell the kids that I worked with, if you were old enough, you'd be in prison. So with that being said, there's no sympathy for him because a lot of times, especially, just like Fit Hollywood said, it takes a lot of effort to stab somebody over 100 times. That takes a lot of effort, whether he knew what he was doing or not. You need to be rehabilitated to the point where you don't ever need to see anybody else. You don't need to step foot outside.
They said the death penalty was off the table. Go ahead, Chris.
I don't like, and I didn't mean to interrupt what you were saying, but like, you know how like those movies like sometimes be inspired, like horror movies be inspired from things. Like when you said that amount of times, I thought about Michael Myers, honestly. Like,
I don't
because that
watch
stuff
horror
has to come
movies.
from something, but like that's just evil. Like that's a lot. No,
That's
I'm sorry, I didn't
demonic.
mean to interrupt you, but go ahead.
Well, one thing about kids is that one very important thing that I have learned about kids that are in the juvenile system, they are not kids until they're kids. When I say that, it simply means they do something and they think because they're a kid that they just should not have any punishment from it. So it depends on how you feel about capital punishment when it comes to like a 14-year-old who has done something like that. That's each individual, but I have no sympathy for him. So whatever punishment he gets, he deserved it.
Can I just hop in about the capital punishment thing? This like whole thing, like it really does irritate me. I do agree with you both. I think, China, when you brought up the death penalties off the table, like I honestly think that's fucked. I don't want to sound like insensitive to the fact that he's young, but like he deserves a fucking lethal injection. You literally brutally murdered a little girl.
So you think he should? So you're saying that
100%. If it is firm evidence that they did it, do it. Like, I don't think he should get another chance. Like, that family will never see their child again. Like, she didn't even get to graduate fucking high school. And I read online that I know someone had brought up earlier that, like, he said to people that he was going to do it. Like, I read online that he was telling everyone, like, within the next 30 days, I'm going to, like, stab someone to death. And I do think that's truly, like, a failure in the criminal justice system. Like, I've seen this across the board with just like various things. I watched a TikTok last night where a woman was reporting a man trying to drug women at a club, and everyone's like, oh, well, like we can't do anything until he does something. And I'm assuming, like, I don't know if these kids that he was telling that reported it, but I've just seen so much across the board, like with restraining orders, anything. They're like, oh, well, like we can't do shit until they do something. And look, like that's what the end result was. And I fully think that this kid should get the lethal injection, and I don't fucking care. I don't feel bad for saying that.
The word I'm thinking of is like that was very deliberate. Like there's no way that like that wasn't thought out, and that wasn't like clearly it was planned. Clearly it was a thing. Like it's really heartening, like disheartening, really heartbreaking. Like I think about like if that was my sister, like that'd be wow. Yeah.
I think you would want him dead.
Yeah.
You would want him dead. People don't understand. He stabbed her, and they said half of her defensive wounds, so 114 times, they said half of her defensive wounds was her defending herself. They said she fought. She was a cheerleader. She was strong. She was like a little girl, but she fought. But he stabbed her. The knife got caught in her skull. He thought he was watching a movie.
Yeah.
That's like truly someone that's like a psychopath, though. There's no rehabilitating someone to that point.
Go ahead, Q, and then I want to get Mr. Chris as well. Go ahead, Q.
You said there's no like rehabilitating someone like after that, like there's no chance. I am a man of faith always, not to get religious, not to get spiritual, but my common sense is send him to whatever facility and lock him up and give him as much rehabilitation and help as possible, because that is like, I definitely agree he knows what he was doing. I'm not taking that away at all. I don't have sympathy at all for what, I mean, like, we all have fucked up lives. That shit happens. So I just
Q, hold on real quick. You're going in and out a little bit in your speaker.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Re-say that thought.
Well, for example, I just saw a story of a 13-year-old and a 12-year-old that got in a shootout with police. They had a shotgun and an AK-47. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, crazy kids, you know what I mean? But their background is from a foster home. Like, who knows you know, like people's past, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much shit that makes people do these things, movies, trauma, like just bad influence. So I would want him to stay in a facility where he's like locked up, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I can't speak for like the justice system because it's shitty in general, but that's a fucked up individual for sure, and he needs some type of something because like I'd rather him live in prison than die. That's way too easy.
I feel like this, and we're gonna get to Chris in 1 second. Deja, I feel like this. Aren't you forced to have to help the child anyway?
Yes.
No matter what, you're gonna have to.
Yes.
So I feel like they're gonna get that.
Yes.
But anyway.
We are definitely like people, which I don't work in the field anymore, but as a recent employee, I will say, yes, we are forced to help these kids. And I could also tell you this after years of working in it, you know the ones that are psychopaths. You know it. I would be a millionaire if I could tell you how many times a freaking kid told me they was gonna kill me. There's a difference. It's a very interesting concept when you talk about it, because people don't realize, like you said, we don't know these kids' backgrounds. We don't know where they come from. Sometimes we do, working in a facility like that. Sometimes we do. We know that they've been in foster care. But the number one thing that we try to teach them is that just because somebody has done something terrible to you does not mean you do it back to them. When you decide that you want to make a decision, remember that there are always consequences to whatever, or repercussions to whatever situation, or, you know, whatever you choose to do with your life, even at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I still have no sympathy for him. One, we're paying for the people that are in prison. So two, I don't want to pay for that. He stabbed somebody over 100 times. He knew what he was doing. And a lot of times, you know, you could say influences, you could say trauma. Me personally, I'm a little bit more conservative. And I say, I don't want to pay for an individual who's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. I have to pay for that. That comes out of my check. Don't come out of theirs. They can't get one.
Oh, this is like so upsetting. This is like very upsetting.
I'm a devil's advocate. He killed one person. I'm a devil's advocate. I might get some fucked up like backlash for this. He took a life so unfortunate. It is very fucked up. Mm-hmm. I have more hate in my heart for the people who run this world and country who kill millions, thousands, hundreds by the day for pleasure and money.
Definitely. I get it.
I believe that these like 18-year-old and younger, I just like taking those lives away because of quick actions. What is our future then? You know what I mean? Like. But
that wasn't a quick action, though. That wasn't a quick action. He pre-planned that.
Oh, that no. Facts. I'm
so
just saying,
it's not like a situation like you have a 14-year-old who steal their parents' car and then they commit manslaughter because they kill somebody. He planned this. He announced it to everybody.
Okay, it says the arrest report also alleges deputy found a security video that showed two teens, now be believed to be the suspect in Tristan, walking on East Suburban Street approximately at 1:45 a.m. on the day of her murder. The video later showed one person believed to be the suspect holding a pair of shoes, walking west at 3:47 p.m. The suspect allegedly took a selfie in the back of a patrol car that shared, "Hey guys, anybody seen Tristan lately?" The photo was taken of her murder. That is somebody's baby.
That literally just gave me like chills, the fact that he said that in Snapchat. And I think that shows like, Q, I have a lot of respect for you, but that shows he has no fucking remorse and he does not deserve the rehabilitation on other people's dollars. The fact that you're going to take a Snapchat after you just fucking murdered a child and say, oh, like, where is she? That is a new level of sociopathic, psychopathic. I'm like getting really angry right now. Sorry. But I just like, that shows that he doesn't fucking feel bad 1 ounce for what he did. So I truly don't think he deserves to live.
Like she's so cool.
So we're going to go ahead, Mr. Chris. Your opinions on this?
Man, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of y'all done said so much. Obviously, this is like a like very uncomfortable topic, but I mean, we gotta talk about it because something got to be done, right? You know, as fucked up as it is, You know, we all remember a guy named Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Right, manslaughter, right, serial killer, all that, sex offender, whatever you want to call it. And for this boy to be such, you know, a young age, for him to do that, of course it was planned. You know what I'm saying? Of course it was planned. You're 14 years old. You know what you're doing. By the time you about 13, 14, 15 years old, you know exactly what you're doing. You know, so it's man, it's unfortunate. You know, sorry to hear it, but man, it's just, you know, something in the household just is not right. So
Okay.
you know.
So we all on the same page with it.
All on the same page.
All right. I understand what you're saying. Ultimately, he probably is more than likely to change. I know this is the way the system works through our tax dollars. That's a given. Nobody wants to pay it. Inevitably, he's going to change. I'm sure we're going to look at this when, like, 50 years from now, and we're like, okay, that little boy, we going to be old as hell. He's going to be in there. They're going to try to. He's not going to ever get an appeal or whatever it's called. He's never going to be up for parole or none of that. So, you know, it's going to be one of those things. Inevitably, he's going to change. And they're going to interview killers. They interview serial killers and people who change through God. And if you're religious, then God can change all. And people believe that. I believe some of those things as well. I think that they should have killed him. Not to be blunt, but I mean, this is a blunt show. Sorry. And they're children. I don't like to talk about children again, to reiterate. But I mean, everybody just knows that obviously to kill him, whatever. That's what we do in the streets. I know that's the street mentality, and I know that's negative. But you hurt what's mine, and people are obviously going to want to hurt what's yours. But again, this is a little white kids in the suburbs. Again, go ahead. This is why her story is also all over. She's a blonde little white girl. She's beautiful. She's pretty. But this is all over. This happens all the time to kids. I mean, things like that to kids all the time. So I am going to point that out as well. You know, her race, her beauty, her being a cheerleader. It's unfortunate. Chris, Hollywood 6, go ahead.
I just want to say, like, if this man, or I'm calling him his man now, because it seems like his what he did was a
He's tried as an adult. That's an adult thing you're doing.
But if he's not in solitary confinement, someone is going to kill him anyway.
They said he's not going to be around the rest of them. They don't do that until he's 18.
Child killers, they don't get good treatment in prison. Child killers, child molesters, sex offenders, they don't get good treatment in prison. Like, because it'd be like, man, it's just like I said, there's bad things and there's some evil shit. And that's some evil shit.
One thing,
a lot of crimes don't match the punishments. That's why I'm mad about, like, people thinking we can just kill someone. Like, the fact of the matter is, he knew what he was doing, but does he know why he was doing it? He did it because he could. I could jump off a fucking building right now. I know I can do that. I know I can do it. Why am I doing it? I don't fucking know. It's just like the will comes from who knows fucking what. And this mind right here is ridiculous. I just like, it's scary, but I just don't want to play God with that situation. I'd rather he rot and die, like you said, by natural, like he might die anyway in that fucking prison. Let him die by natural causes. Don't like push the limit, because it's so much people that are committing crimes behind a suit and tie. Why are they like not fucking dead? Why the 13 and 14-year-old who shot the cops? Why, like, do they deserve to die because they refuse to go back to a foster home where they're beaten?
I think because it was such a brutal. I think it really comes down to how it was. And things are not fair, but it's really how it makes us feel. And you're an empath. You have feelings, but that's brutal. And maybe it's almost like if he went. It's almost just like if something happened and he shot her. It would have been, he assaulted her and then shot her or something, which we hear happens to young women all the time. That would be like, all right, then maybe. But obviously he's sick in the head to do that. But it's just, I think it's the brutality of it. And I think that's really why people think he may deserve to die. I will say, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, do you feel that it may be a little different, the brutality of how this was handled? Does anybody want to piggyback?
Absolutely. Simply just because, like, I've worked with juvenile kids who killed, kids who molested, kids who raped. I can tell you, him at 14, for him to pre-plan it, I could guarantee you, he could tell you why he did it. and I would put my next 50 checks on it. If they ever did an interview with him, he would say, like you said, because I could and I wanted to. I've had a kid tell me that to my face. Well, why did you hurt your mother? Why did you bash her head into the floor? Why did you rape your sister? Because I could. So, as much as I would love to believe that nobody deserves to die, you're not supposed to wish death on anybody, it's time for homeboy to go. Because I'd be dang if I'm paying for anybody to do something like that. I'm paying for you to continue to breathe. Natural causes is not somebody stabbing him in prison. That's not natural causes. That was going to happen. That's not natural.
I was going to say, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say too, like, I agree with you when we're saying like, oh, if he's in jail for like forever, like, I mean, granted, I have no experience. I will be the first to own this with like the prison system besides what I watch on TV, but I can guarantee you from like, just like, I know these shows do research. If someone finds out, oh, you're that kid that butchered a little girl, like someone will kill him. Like that'll be it. Like he's not going to make it to be 90 years old. He's going to be going to the bathroom or something, and someone is going to kill the shit out of him.
And that's just going to be
say, oh, how you like it.
Exactly.
Like,
and all that stuff is on public record for you guys who did not know. Anybody who has a felony, which that is a felony, you can Google it. You could Google it and you can see everything. Just like you could see addresses, telephone numbers, everything. You can Google it. So, and the prisoners do have access to the internet. So somebody gonna be waiting for him. We ain't even got to worry about that. So they're gonna be waiting for him.
And it'll honestly, like, it'll probably be way worse than what he would imagine to happen to him in prison. Honestly,
exactly.
Because it's just like looking at his picture, you can tell he doesn't feel bad. So I'm assuming, based on the Snapchat he was sending, you can tell he has a bad attitude, and he's gonna strike the wrong chord with someone playing Tommy Tough.
He looked like he's so weird. He looked like he's so weird. He killed one of the most popular little girls at school. He coerced her out. He coerced her out at night. Olivia, did you have something?
I have a question. What's his background? Like, does he have parents? Like, what's his parents' situation?
They have not said it. They haven't said a lot. They're still saying a lot of these things are allegedly going on. It's still developing. But they just found her body not too long ago. So this is still trending. So we'll do some updates on it.
Such an ass. Like, I want to know.
They have not said. They've only said what he's done. That was literally the rundown. And then now that they're trying him as the adult is the new update.
He's disgusting.
So I do have a question though. So how do we feel? Because this was the first thing, as soon as you played the video, this is the first thing I thought of. What if all that anger, it did not come from anything in his past life? What if she was a bully? What if she bullied him because he's weird? Do we still feel bad?
I think even if she was a bully, she doesn't deserve to be stabbed 114 times. You could be the biggest bitch in America and not deserve to be stabbed until a knife breaks.
I think only a certain type of kid in school is going to answer that question. So I don't know how many of y'all have been bullied, but I think a certain type of kid is going to ask that. Some people are so down and bullied so hard, they want these fucking people to die. So I don't know. Because some people would want other people to die because they're hurting that bad and they do have fuck shit going on. So I don't know. I think we should hear who's been bullied. All right, Olivia, and then Danielle will piggyback.
I think that there's no excuse, no matter what. Like, as a person who's bullied, like, if I did
never
that,
said, "Oh, I just want to get you."
No, there's
bro. We used to have this kid.
I wanted to hit people, but I've never wanted to kill anybody.
Never mind. I used to have this dude in my locker, next to my locker. He used to say, "I like crack. I like to do crack. Yeah, I like to do crack. I was like, "Yo, man, chill, dude. Chill." He's like, "I'm gonna kill him, but he was just like freak out." But I'm like, man, that was my dog. I was like, listen, we ain't doing this today. We ain't doing this. But everybody want to laugh and do all that. But I'm just saying, like, it'd be things like that where it'd be like, dang, like this really, it'd be hard out here for these kids.
You know what?
I mean,
sorry, we always do that. Sorry, go ahead, Danielle.
So, I mean, like, I was bullied in middle school. Like, I mean, now I think I have, like, a very, like, strong, independent, like, tough exterior, like, you never would have known. But I never, like, and it was, like, bad. And it was, like, people that, I don't want to sound cocky, though it's going to come out weird the way I say this, but, like, it was people that were, like, genuinely, like, jealous of like what I like, the type of life I lived, like my parents.
That type of bullying. People
just being fucking horrible to me.
Were haters.
And like being mean to me and just like trying to like knock down stupid little things. But like the most I wanted to do was call them like fucking cunts. Like I would never be like, I'm gonna kill you. In my head I'd be like, all right, you know what? Like I know when I grow up, I'm gonna be 10 times better off than you because you're just a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And you know what? It worked because they're fucking assholes and losers now, and I'm where I am. But some people, like, it affects some people differently, but that is never a justified way to stop bullying. I wouldn't defend like anyone hitting a girl, but if a girl was bullying you to the point where you were that angry and you pushed them, okay, but that doesn't give you the right to fucking brutally murder them. Sorry, I get like really, really angry about this stuff.
It's very angering. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap on this. We're gonna get into something else. We're gonna end on that note. This is a lot. We got a couple more topics tonight. This not intense, but thank you very much to the panel for getting into this topic. I know I told you it was a very hot, dry heat we got going on today, but
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot a brain, your friend.
all right. So this topic is coming straight out of Chicago. All right, sorry. Why
Lighten the mood.
I gotta like make that as like a it's like a background little thing. All right, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is a steakhouse by the name of, what is it called? Steak 48. Now this is in Chicago. Now this is very fancy. They're saying that they want $100 minimum, but their dress code is a little iffy. So people are saying the steakhouse oddly specific dress code and $100 steak per minimum riles critics. So this has been trending. Again, we're talking about trending topics today. It's a beautiful restaurant. It's nice. I love steakhouses. But people think that the dress code is a little anti-urban, anti-sporty. They're saying that one sign the restaurants are approaching some type of normalcy of gold old-fashioned controversy surrounding dining dress code. And that's what Steak 48 provided this week when social media lit up about the steakhouse new very detailed dress code that includes restrictions on wearing corsets, baseball caps for women, bandanas, and also a dozen more rules. Beyond clothing, Steak 48 also has a stipulated $100 per person minimum with an 18% automatic tip off parties of 5 or more in Chicago and in Philly. Steak 48's reason for $100 minimum is to ensure that each guest enjoys the total experience of food, service, and atmosphere. Meanwhile, that does mean the new dress code was implemented at all Steak 48 restaurants, but Chicago and Philly outlets were the most detailed. Other Chicago 48 locations include Charlotte and Houston. The company also runs Steak 44 in Phoenix. The dress code became a trending topic this week on Twitter, as I said. Now I'm going to go ahead and run down the dress code. Sweatsuits or workout attire, which includes running, gym shorts, sports bras, heavy-weighted hooded sweatshirts, or yoga pants / workout pants. It's very long. Bear with me. Exception, dry fit polo style shorts with a collar, so like them little golf shirts. Exception, non-athletic material, shorts that are allowed for men and women. They must come down to thigh length or at least have a 5-inch leg. Exception, sweatshirts without a hood that only contain small logos are allowed, so like a polo crew neck. Sweatshirts or t-shirts with large images, printing, or large logos, writing, or characters. Men take tops or sleeveless shirts, exposed undergarments, bustiers, corsets, bandeau tops, tube tops, unlimited is worn under a waist-lift jacket, any clothing suits that excessively revealing or showing a bare midriff. This is anti-sugar daddy and sugar baby. I see. You can't show no skin here. Any graphic clothing in language with graphic or vulgar or sexually explicit, sexually frayed or torn up clothing. Clothing admitting offensive odors such as excessive perfume, cologne, tobacco, or marijuana. All hats for gentlemen and guests. Ball caps, hats for women. All bandanas worn as headwear. Footwear is required, but no restrictions on type of footwear worn. All right, so with that being said, Lord Jesus, you guys please take the wheel. Take it from my hand. I certainly cannot breathe. Ugh, oh my God. So people are saying...
You can't wear?
Steak 48. Has anyone been to Steak 48 in Chicago? A couple comments. Honestly, that's anti-black violence. Morgan says, also, I wish somebody would tell me it's overpriced for what I'm paying for. Panel, who wants to take this away?
I'll take it all the way. I will take it. All right. So, is it anti-black or they just want y'all to come out with some sense? Is the dress code a little, for me, yes. However, it's a pricey restaurant. They don't want you coming in there naked. They don't want you smelling like what you've been doing outside of the restaurant. And they want you to come in there and have some sense. Now, I've seen black guys in sweatshirts that don't have hoods. So I think that's a little
this is like, so your favorite rapper come to town. You know, he can't go there if he dressed down in his little outfits.
If your favorite rapper dresses like, if your favorite rapper dresses like Jay-Z when he grew up, fine. Jay-Z don't wear all that. Jay-Z wear loafers and a sweatshirt. Guess what? If you don't like it, you don't have to go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Like, everybody's complaining about the price. They complaining about the clothes. Guess what? Don't go there. You got an Outback and you got a Longhorn. You got
not Outback with the dry ass steak. You didn't even. Okay, you didn't say Texas Roadhouse though. That's when we was like, listen here. Listen, the bread and you can get you a fillet for $20. Go ahead, Danielle.
Not with the $20 though, but you can. So
the Texas fillet, the Dallas fillet. Just saying.
This reminds me of
always a fillet.
That was funny.
Always a fillet.
So I've never been to Steak 48, but this honestly, so I used to live in Atlanta. This reminds me of this place that I was brought for a work dinner when I was 23. It was called American Chop. It was in Buckhead. They're currently temporarily closed. I pulled up their website to see, but they had a dress code, but they also had a weird rule that if you were under 25, if you were under 25, they didn't want you there. So like, I was like panicked. I was with my boss and I was like, am I not allowed to be in here? Like, I'm only 23. So some of these restaurants are like out of control with like the age. Like, I had never seen a restaurant with an age limit besides American Chop in Atlanta. But I think I agree with Daisha. Like, they want you to come in not looking like you
this looks so good.
You just walked off the treadmill, but like, just dress nice. And like she said, if you don't want to pay for it, then don't fucking go. Like,
period.
I sometimes just feel like some people like feel the need to complain about stuff. If you don't like their fucking rules, just like don't go. And if everyone hates their rules and they're assholes, they're gonna have to change it or they're gonna close. Like, it's not worth fighting it.
Exactly.
Girl, look at that salmon. That looked like, oh my Lord Jesus.
That look fresh out.
Now that steak Oscar look off the chain. Now I'll cover up. I'll go in there with a garb on. I don't care.
My thing is though, with the whole black people thing,
scallops.
Like, I get it with the whole black people thing. Oh, they don't want us here. It's the black people thing. But guess what? Black people run a lot of these businesses. Okay, we give our money to them. Obviously, if we all stop going there, they're going to see if their business will make it or not. If we want to make it about race. I don't believe that's that, but hey, I don't live there, so I don't know.
All right. We're going to go ahead. Mr. Chris, how you bumming?
I'll cook my own damn steak, man.
That part.
I mean, no, but what y'all was saying, if you look, we all know how to dress accordingly, and you know, when you walk into a nice place, you know there's gonna be some requirements, right? Just show up nice, right? You know, don't come in there.
Have some class.
Really have some class, man. And if you don't want to have no class, don't show. Go home and go look at the dollar menu at McDonald's or something.
Not the dollar menu.
Is that Chicago culture? We're gonna go ahead and pass it on to Hollywood 6.
So as far as like Chicago culture, what you talking about? Like, what's
I'm saying that's the thing. We take like to a steakhouse, you gotta dress how we dressing.
I mean, again, it also kind of depends on like where you at, like which kind of steakhouse. Like, they sound like they want motherfuckers to be in a suit and tie. Like, honestly, they could just say, I mean, The list is excessive as hell. Like that's why it's kind of like if I read that, I wouldn't want to go. So it's like fuck it. Like I really don't care. Like I'll find another steakhouse.
I wish you would kick me out and turn me around.
Because it's like what the fuck. But I get it. Like people like to find the gray area everywhere. So sometimes you gotta just lay down. Okay, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. Because people will try to take advantage of that shit too. But honestly, if they want to lose out on some money, so be it. They have business. They can do that. They gonna either win or lose from it. Only the future will tell. But it take too much energy to really care because it's another steakhouse. Or like Chris said, cook your own damn steak. Fuck it. Like let's have a night in, post some wine, roll some gas.
Pick you a buy, smoke you some. All right, Livy Rose.
I think it's reasonable. I mean, if you don't want to go there, don't go there. Just because, like, I don't know. I kind of agree. Like, I don't agree with like a lot of like certain things. I don't remember most of it, but
would you wear that to a steakhouse?
I don't know if I would go to a steakhouse.
I don't know if I wear this to a steakhouse.
What?
Huh?
Throw on a leather jacket with one of these shirts and you're good to go.
I don't know. It just kind of depends.
You looking at
I like to dress. I like to like dress up. I like to dress up and stuff. So it kind of depends.
And that's the thing too. Like I would be embarrassed if I walked into a really like nice restaurant and I looked like I just like came off a 4-day bender and I was like in half the clothes that weren't mine. Like I would be embarrassed.
Yeah,
like
but we all are fresh. We all be like salads and we all stay dressing. Literally, everybody got their own. Everybody be dressing. Everybody be dressing. Everybody be dressing. All right, Q Suave, how we bumming with this? You giving them your business?
Fuck a steakhouse. Fuck a steakhouse. My best friend is a cow, bro. I'm vegetarian, dog. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
I do not know where we're going with that.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot of brains, your friend.
Cow friends. He said you can keep that. So we're going to leave it on that note. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quickly and read for funny views. Everybody on Twitter call everybody broke and say you can't afford it. You know how you Chicago folks be trying to flex. They said no brokey, Steak 48, no appetizer dates, step photos. This is the dress code for Steak 48.
They wow.
My girl, we're going to Steak 48. Enough of that big man. I don't have the facilities for that big man. I'm opening a steakhouse in Philly. Steak 48 will be a minimum of $50. Steak 48, $1 pasta. Totally dead. Who designed this website? So they saying the brokies is just hating for no reason, huh? This sounds like broke people stuff, though. Who ain't doing that about the website? They got the handmaid's tale walks in with a graphic tee on.
Oh my god!
Just seeing if the $100 steak for 48 dinners, $100 per person. All right, now it's getting lame. All right, so those are the little things. All right, so we're about to go ahead and pop it off to our next topic. We keeping it pushing, y'all, because we keeping it spicy.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot of brains, your friend.
All right, party people. Now speaking. You know it was coming tonight, folks. Speaking of dress code and what's appropriate, Monique has been trending about wearing bonnets in public. Now, we all know sometimes you got to protect your hair. Some people don't know what a bonnet is. Of course, I have a leopard bonnet. It's me, your local cheetah girl. Got to have the leopard. But it's been trending that wearing bonnets in public is ghetto. People think it's ratchet. Monique saying, I see a lot of women walking around with bonnets on and it screams ghetto, or I would never wear a bonnet in public. To my white sisters, y'all know what a bonnet is. It protects your hair. Do you think that this is ghetto or ratchet when you see it? Everyone can be honest here. Before I ask for the opinion, though, I'm going to go ahead and pull up on site what Miss Monique said. You guys know big old Monique, but she's skinny now. She is a comedian. Some people agree with what she says, some people don't. But I'm going to let y'all know what she said because we're talking about trending topics. Monique and her bonnet stance on bonnets are shocking to me. This woman did charm school, but what is shocking to me is how some black male comedians are taking Monique's side and support her, but they criticize black women. And then she had a message criticizing white people on how they pay black women, primarily black women in comedy, low. So let's go ahead and look at this. I'm going to go ahead and share my sound because Monique, they said she was sitting there with a robe on in her house, in her pajamas, trying to tell black women what they should and should not do. So that's the tea. So let's get into it.
Always have, please listen to Auntie. Always have pride in your representation of you. It's not to get a man. It is just your representation of you, my sweet babies. So I'm just giving y'all a warning. If I see in the streets, in the airport, in the Walmart, and you got a bonnet on and you got slippers on and you looking like what the, I need you going to tap you and say, hey, baby girl, show you what you worth. Show you what you deserve. So all of those posts that you see celebrities putting out there saying, hey, queen, hey, queen, hey, queen, well, can we start putting it into action? Please listen to Auntie. Always have.
All right. Y'all know what a bonnet is.
Oh, Lord.
Yo, like I thought she was gonna like the places she named though, like that's kind of like Walmart. Are you serious? Like,
well, where is it? So you don't find it inappropriate to wear it in public in general, and period, no matter where you. Some people feel that I've never worn my bonnet outside of the house before. Not to the gas station. But I always at least throw on my ratchetest wig. At least I'll give them that tea. Some people say it's not better in a little hat or like a little skull cap. But it just depends. It just depends if you rock it with me. Now, if I'm with my friend and we gotta go run somewhere and they got on their bonnet, it depends. I mean, are we really made up like we going out? Like we going? I think the airport is too much for me. Okay, fine, I gotta do the gas station. But I think we traveling and we talking to people, that's a little too much for me. Also, another thought before we get into it, you guys. People were saying that people just think that it's just to impress white people. It's because white people will think, what the hell is going on? What is this shit? It's not just offensive to us. So people also have that thought. That's what people think, though. Chris Orange, go ahead.
I mean, I'm just not sold on the Walmart thing. Like, I mean, I wouldn't take offense to it. Like, I mean,
what do you mean?
You feeling lazy. But if you feel comfortable doing that, you feel comfortable doing that. Like, honestly, like, who is this hurting? Like, if you feel comfortable doing that, and if you're comfortable doing it, if you're not embarrassing nobody, like if you're not embarrassing yourself.
Okay, listen. Your girlfriend, your mom, sister, cousin, y'all out, y'all like going traveling, you don't have no issue with it.
I guess it depends on where, but I just didn't like the Walmart example because I wouldn't care.
So you think drugs, so where is okay? So you think like we quick run? Or where would you feel like, girl, take that bonnet off?
On a date in maybe like a restaurant, like I get the airport, but I just don't. So
we going to Popeyes. We going to Popeyes. I'm real hungry, babe. We done smoked in the car. I'm real hungry and left your boys. You gonna try to take off my bonnet?
If we just kicking it, I don't care. Like if this is not a formal date, we going in there, I don't care, cause I'm probably cooling. I really don't care. Like, cause why should I care? Like. Opinions are like yesterday's. Everybody got them, and if we just out there, we just cooling, we just kicking it. If it ain't no formal date, and I don't care.
All right.
I feel like I'm just confused right now because it genuinely it doesn't matter. Like, so I have two statements on this. One, I don't see any difference between you guys wearing a bonnet and my hair looking full Hagrid mode and me putting on a baseball cap or a beanie. It's a hat to cover your hair. And if people think that's ratchet, I would love to know what people think when it's fucking raining and I put my Louis Vuitton bag in a trash bag so that it doesn't get wet. If you think that hat is like that, what do you think of me?
So you're saying that when you see somebody with a bonnet on, you think no different. You don't think that this is not, we going to hang out and I have this on. Because some girls go out okay, girl, yeah, we going to go to this. We going to Applebee's. All right, we finna get these dollar drinks, margaritas tonight, hard times. We gonna get us some drinks. You okay if I came out like this?
It's none of my business. If you want to go out wearing that, okay, that's fine. If I can wear a random old baseball cap or a beanie, I think if you're comfortable, I don't care. I have learned, as I've gotten older, if it doesn't directly impact me and the person's comfortable, then who cares? Like, it doesn't matter to me. It's none of my business.
All right, China. Well, you ain't coming nowhere with me with no bonnet on, so you better get your.
It just depends how close the friend are. I'm like, you're shameful. You don't go throw on that damn wig. You ain't gonna go around like that, looking crazy.
Because I'm gonna be like, take that bonnet off. We going in the store. Don't do that.
Come on, it's Cheetah. Match my purse. Come on, girl. Hold on. Match my purse, girl. Hold on.
I bet she just got off the computer screen.
So that's a set. That's a matching set. You put thought into that. No one can hate you for that.
Looks so cute. Love it. Beautiful.
I am team whatever. You put the effort in, it matches.
Fashion forward.
If you want to wear that next time we go to Fratello's, I fully support you.
Hey, I'm here. But I bet the other white people look at me like, what the hell?
Okay, I'm going to look at you like, what the hell?
I will look at her like, what the hell? We at Fratello's.
If she don't take that shit off.
All right. We'll keep it going. Livy Rose.
I agree. I think it's none of my business. I think if you want to go out like that, that's cool. Like, I can't judge. Like, it's what you want to do. I'm not going to judge you on what you want to do. Like, that'd be weird.
So no difference if the bonnet on, you don't see it as a nighttime thing or something you use to only wrap your hair at night.
I mean, me personally, I would use it for that. But I think, like, if I were
but
to,
y'all
like,
don't use bonnets, do you?
I do, because, like, I have wavy hair and it gets.
You have a bonnet?
wavy. I have kind of. It's like a silk wrap. It's like not like a bonnet like yours.
So, but would you wear that to the guac your ass down to Cumberland Farms, the gas station up the street?
I mean, yeah.
Have you done that before?
Cumberland Farms.
Have you done that before? So you say it depends where you're going. It depends where you're going.
Like, for me, I wouldn't wear it like out because I like my hair down. That's like me. Like, I want my hair free. But like, if it were you and me like hanging out and you wanted to, I'd be like, hey man, like that's cool. Like,
I mean, when my friends come over at night after we're drinking and they still want to hang out, I'm like, listen, we can sit here and smoke and stuff and like hang out. Oh, sorry. But I'm gonna take my wig off and put my bonnet on because now we in my house. I'm gonna say, listen, now I'm putting my bonnet. My wig is itching. It's been a long night. Listen, I ain't got to impress y'all when we in the house. So that's where I'm at with it. But I've never worn it outside. That's what I'm saying. I've taken my wig off in front of my Olivia. Have I not taken my wig off?
Yeah.
Do I not put my bonnet on?
I'm like, girl, I don't get it. Why would I do this?
She's like, it's okay. I was like, I'm gonna take my wig off. I'm like, sure, okay. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, Q Suave.
I'm not tripping over it. It's straight. Like, just like my man Chris Orange said, for formal dates we good. Like, I mean, like if LeBron James can do a press conference with the do-rag, I'm trying to see Serena Williams like with the bonnet, French Open. Like, fuck
no. Y'all are ghetto. Y'all
okay,
ghetto ass.
Okay.
Ghetto.
It's power.
No.
No. If she
I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. I'ma spend, shot a brain, your friend.
Mr. Chris, come on, tell me you just wouldn't particularly like this. Please, Mr. Chris. Tell me, Mr. Chris, tell me you would tell me to take it off. Come on.
Hey, look, I know one thing.
Man, Chris, they got the shrimp now at Popeyes. The butterfly shrimp. They got the butterfly shrimp, and I gotta try that flounder sandwich, baby. Come on. I want to eat inside. COVID is over. I'm ready to eat.
It matches. I'm here for the theatrics. Shit.
Okay. Listen, y'all can't compare it to me. Listen, because I'm gonna have to do something like this.
Yours not a real bonnet. That's a hat. Girl, go.
I got this for Christmas from my boyfriend, so he got this bonnet.
We are trying to empower you to do whatever you want.
The bonnet of salvation.
Hey, if you guys have seen how I've walked into the gas station after like full weekend benders, like you would wish that I had a bonnet. You would wish that I had.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking everybody needs a bonnet because I'm like, when y'all have your hair curled up after like a big event and it's all pretty and hairspray, you just say goodbye. You just sleep on it. You need a bonnet.
But we're talking about stuff that's at home though.
I sleep with my hair like
bro. We gotta make some nightcap bonnets.
I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. I'ma spend, shot a brain, your friend.
I'm screaming. I'm gonna start coughing. Okay. Any other thoughts on this topic?
I don't think we let Chris even say his answer. Did we?
Yeah, you guys are going to Popeyes, getting the flounder sandwich with it on.
He said that's what the deal is. We going there. Period.
I ain't say. Hold on, wait. Hold on.
We was waiting. We thought you was agreeing. Go tell us.
I mean, it's a hit or miss. It's a hit or miss. I know one thing: you better not wear a State 48.
They're gonna let you in.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot to bring your friend.
Gotta bring your friends. I'm a play artist. Gotta get them in.
I think the most important part about Monique is what she said when she said she didn't just say bonnet, and that's what a lot of people fail to like realize what the actual words that she was saying. She said, "You coming outside in your bonnet and your slippers." Okay, she's talking about your whole body. Did you brush your teeth? Do you look like you brushed your teeth?
Okay, but they're talking about women in airports who have on bonnets.
Right, and I get it.
And I think that's ghetto.
But people took out of context what she was saying. I think she was just saying, come out looking presentable, because I noticed people was going after her about her robe. Auntie Monique look classy in her robe on the internet. Okay, she don't look like she need to take a shower. She doesn't look a certain way. And I think that she was saying, hold yourself like that. We didn't see queens like that have on shower caps. We seen them, they had on crowns. They had on head wraps. They did not have on bonnets. It's just a difference. Depends on
her message was good. Her message was good. I think her intentions were good too. Like, I don't even argue that. Like, but I genuinely like the message, and she did look classy. Like she looked old woman classy.
She
Like,
did. She didn't look like she didn't look like she was dirty. She didn't look. Everybody's like, "Well, what you teaching us? Because you got on a robe." She looked like your grandma when your grandma just get done washing up, and ready for bed. She did not look dirty. Something like she said in the slippers.
She looked moisturized. She just put some lotion on.
Right. She looked like she smelled like cocoa butter and brown sugar. Like she didn't look like, she was dirty.
She looked normal, like she did, like Chris said. She didn't look like at the beginning of the Soprano. This is not funny because I compared myself to Tony Soprano earlier, but she didn't look like Tony Soprano in his wide open bathrobe and his underwear going to get the newspaper in the morning.
Right, looking nasty.
She looked like very presentable, like a grandmother in a coat, just chilling at the house. Like she's gonna go make some tea and have a cookie and go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen men in some outlandish stuff. I've seen some beat down white tees. I've seen some beat down beaters.
Yeah, men be looking dirty.
I've seen doohies.
Men be looking dirty.
Men be saving their stuff. I've seen motherfuckers in robes at the airport too.
Okay, the sweat rag over their shoulder. You be like, what are you doing?
Get your cousins.
It's always the boys that have.
We ain't going to Miami. You acting crazy. We ain't going to Miami. What?
If I go to Kroger with a robe, is that ghetto? Is that unsanitary?
You could have took the robe off and put on the
hood. It's presentable to you because you say it is, or it's presentable because I'm bothering everybody in my robe?
No. You can. I think about it like this because I do commentary. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You don't have to go to hell. So don't care about me. I'm going to commentate on it because I wouldn't do it. And I think for Black people, I think that we should carry ourselves. I think we have to. I'm one of those people who think that we should look nice and we should go sometimes an extra mile. It's not fair, but I'm one of those Blacks. So
I think we're overthinking it. I think we're overthinking it because, I
don't think I'm gonna wear the robe anywhere, bro.
I don't think the robe, but I'm like, okay, it's a cultural difference, obviously, because they don't wear. Obviously, people of other races don't wear bonnets, so it becomes a Black thing.
Yeah.
And Black people are doing this. I've never seen, I promise you, I've seen so many sisters on a plane of people with bonnets, robes, and slippers on going to the airport than I've ever seen the white girls going on, no offense, to spring break. Listen,
but let's not forget that there are more races than just white and Black. You don't see anybody else, not Indians, not Mexicans, not Africans, not Now, Black Americans, but you don't see anybody else. So we talk about white, Black, Italian, Mexican. We made it a Black American thing, and it's just like, yeah, that's because Africans don't do that. Africans don't walk around in bonnets. When you seen an African in a bonnet? Silence. My point exactly. It's one
when
of
when I lived overseas for 6 months, when I lived in, if people don't know, I lived in Russia. Yeah, I'm cool. The women dressed up in heels and would go to the grocery store. Like the way that people dress in Europe is just completely different. You could never wear sweatpants. You were always dressed up to the nines, like completely looking like you out of like Banana Republic. That's how those girls looked every day. So I just feel like it's just things that are like different depending where you are. But unfortunately, like the stigma is that you can't wear a bonnet in public. Or, we had a comment here. Tiffany said, okay, but you can wear a bonnet in the airport. Usually fall asleep on flights with bonnets on for sleep. Yeah. So some people justify it. And I think that's fair.
I was taught to just bring it with you. Like it's
put it on when you go to I don't know. I like an airport.
I can't justify
I like an airport fit. No.
I did
on my airport.
You can justify the bonnet.
No,
I can't justify my robe.
I feel like there's a difference because I saw a man.
That's a robe.
I saw a man at Logan Airport.
That's for sleep. This is subjective.
Right. I saw a man at Logan Airport wearing a full-on bathrobe, and I'm like, you could have just brought a blanket. Like now you're making it weird. Like I think there's a difference.
Extra. A blanket is extra. You don't hold a blanket over you like walking.
I bring a blanket to the airport every time I fly.
You would wear a robe to Kroger.
Would
you though? Would you? I'm only asking you. This is direct. Only you.
I have before. On God, I have before. Because I am myself.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot a brains, your friend.
It better be early, right when they open up, and nobody's
exactly.
I don't like society, bro. I don't like society. We label so many things. We label so many things based on like our comfortability and what we think is the norm. Like I want to fight everybody who wears shorts in the winter, but I can't do that.
Okay, but see, that's your pet peeve. You think that's stupid?
Yes. So I
think it's stupid to wear bonnets sometimes in certain places outside. I can agree with like the gas stations or the. Okay, I just think it's other alternatives. So you don't have to do the bonnet.
It's alternatives for a lot of things, but hey, if my decision ain't hurting nobody, I'm sorry. Like I don't blame people for
that. Is that not the cop out? If it's not hurting anybody, everybody mind your business. Do we not really think about how people look at other people and we act like people don't have opinions or how things make people look?
That's true.
We judge people all day long. Yes,
but it is what it is.
Like mind your business until they are bothered by something that I'm doing or something that you're doing. It's always the person who's actually doing it. So if I go outside my bonnet, mind your business. But as soon as you walk outside without a shirt on and your belly fat, I'm like, you need to put on a shirt. What's the difference? So I'm not minding my business. People feel bad.
Lizzo be getting reported all the time.
And that's annoying. She getting reported for her body.
I'm really shiesty. Okay. All right, so we have some more things to talk about. We're not going to get on the topic of Americans overweight. Hold on to that Fit 6. We got to wait for that one. We're going to talk about that soon. All right, y'all. So the next topic we're going to go ahead and get into is a spicy topic. All right. This has been trending as well. We have a celebrity child. Many of you, again, it's a Chicago thing. Sorry. Chicago. Sorry. We had to do that again. I'm going to do that as a soundbite. I'm going to change it. Whenever we go live in person, we have to do it in Chicago. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it happen. We can all make this happen. That's easy. Olivia will roll with me. Chris live in Chicago. Deja, she can get there. Danielle travels. That's easy. Q, that's a ride.
2.5 hour drive.
We're gonna do that. We're going to Chicago.
Can we go to Steak 48 when we all go out there?
Please. Okay, let's make this happen ASAP, please. Okay, let's get all of our money together. Let's go. All right, y'all.
Live footage.
At least $100 for Steak 48. That's all you need. Put it out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk about Zaya Wade. Now, the only thing I asked about this question is that you just use her pronouns correctly. It's the same thing as Kris Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner. Oops, wrong Jenner. Just be respectful. We have people who identify with different things. Because the question is not for Zaya, because Zaya is 14. I don't like to talk about cheering, as I said. But the question of the night is, Zaya's been out and about. D-Wade has a daughter who just turned 14, who is identifying as transgender, going by she, her, hers. And D-Wade has gotten a lot of backlash about Zaya and the way she dresses. Or, I see black people, especially, I have all urban things on my phone, I'm sorry, talking about her, what she got on, saying she got on roach stompers and ant clickers, and they talking about the way she dressing, and just like a salad, she always stay dressing. That's Zaya. So I want to know, since we're all gonna have children one day, is D-Wade a role model?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Positive role model for
Love
sure.
your kids. Love your kids.
Who's gonna
Exactly.
expand? Somebody take it.
Love your kids to the point where even if, and I remember having this conversation with my parents a while back, and one thing that my mom was like, I'm not going to support a sex change at the age of 12, but I'm going to still love you. Now, for the personal preference of letting my future son or daughter or whatever, if he's a boy, while I'm buying you clothes, you dressing like a boy, because I'm not. But if you express to me that, hey, you feel uncomfortable, maybe we could come up with something. I think it's a personal preference. I hate how people are attacking Dwayne Wade because he's loving his kid. That's what he's doing. He's making his kid feel as comfortable as he knows how. And I feel like it's absolutely ridiculous that people are coming after him for being a father.
I think by supporting him, I totally agree with everything you just said. Like, he's showing that he's a good parent. Like, you're not just going to abandon your child. You're going to support with what makes them feel comfortable. I personally know some people who are transgender, and it's like, honestly, like an internal struggle for them. And it's really hard if they're feeling that they're not being supported, or that they're just not feeling as if they were born the gender that they are. I just think, like, also, like, leave the child alone. And I agree, like, too, with the supporting of a sex change at such a young age, because kids do like not saying that everyone changes their mind, but like, you don't want to like give them a permanent solution to something that they're not 100% sure on when they're still so young. But I don't think people should be attacking him for letting his child live how she wants to live.
Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and kick it to Q Swab.
I mean, yeah, I honestly agree with you guys. Like, that's his family. That's you know what I mean? Like, it's their business. Like, I don't really have any opposing or negative things to say about that, to be honest. Like, love is love. Like, live how you want to live, and like, just.
Does anyone feel the transition is too early?
How old? There's
14, 13 going to 13, 14.
Honestly, I'm going to say that's a great age. You know why? Because the hormones are just starting. If you start on, I think it's estrogen shots.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying you feel that they would know by now how they feel on the inside, that this is a solid choice. You don't think that they need to develop more, the brain, or any of those things people say?
No. I think that if you're going to transition, like, whatever age is a good age, like, that's your, like, when you're ready. But I think that at this age is 14, 13, it's good, because then you can start on the other, hormones and develop appropriately, and she's going to be beautiful. That's all I can say.
I think it's just too young for a full-on like surgical reassignment when it's like the top surgery, and like
I don't believe that has happened to Zaya yet, to my knowledge.
No, not yet.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying in general, like, I agree with the hormones, but like I just think that's too young, and I don't even know if doctors would do that on someone so young. But I think that is too early.
Hold on.
All right. Who's next?
Can I disagree?
Go ahead.
Is that bad? I don't want to like.
No,
okay.
this is not. It's not.
No,
You
it's
can
your
talk
own.
over
No,
me.
go ahead.
I think that if the parents and the child have discussed it and they've talked to doctors, like more than just one, because obviously get a second opinion, to, you know, done the consultations and like looked at their options, like I think that it wouldn't be a bad thing at that age. I think that that's not like too young. I think too young, in my opinion, would be 10 and under. But even then, like 10, 11, 12 range is still a little young for me. So I think like 13 and above would be okay if it's like discussed and like really like planned out beforehand. Like you can't just like go into it and just for the first doctor that you meet. You have to like really be careful, like that way nothing is like screwed up and all that stuff. If your child is sure, then they're sure. And like why wait? If they want to, I don't know. I know that like down the line they could change their mind, but like I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, that's, I guess, cross that bridge when you come to it. I hate to say that, but
I mean, I get what you're saying. However, I just feel like the natural makeup of our bodies are not ready for that. So he's 13 or she's 13. So she's 13. Like I said, she just hit puberty. Both the balls probably ain't even dropped yet. You only got one. So how are you able to decipher, oh, I don't want to be this or I don't want to be that at 13, 14 years old? I'm just saying I would never allow that in my household, just because I get it. If you still feel that way when you're 18, let's talk about it more. Kids are prone for changing their minds. And you cannot, this is why the legal age is 21, because your brain is not finished developing until 25. So how can you decide that so early? I get the talking, and I get it, but you haven't even got through sex ed yet. Let's get through sex ed, and then we can talk about what you want to do with your private parts.
I'm just concerned for the health, thing. Like, are we like you said? This is a new thing. Like, for that age, like I know people obviously change their gender, but that age is like.
Oh, you're muted.
Will it affect anything? Like,
I think a lot of the times it was just not a name. Over the past 10 years, there's so many progressive things that have happened for people to say their gender, say pronouns, for people to be open, to have resources. 10 years ago, these things didn't exist. I remember when I learned about people being LGBTQ, my mom's like, Ellen is gay. She likes women. I said, oh, really? She said, other family members, they like each other. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But I was always like knew about it. But I think that especially now, I think sometimes it can be a flip of the coin and maybe a negative thing. Some people may say that people have access to knowing some of these things or ways. But I always think that it was people back in 1905 who thought they were in the wrong body but just married a woman or a man and were unhappy but always felt that they were in the wrong body, if we want to talk about transitioning per se. So I feel like people always felt that way because I always say human nature never changes. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Bible. They talk about human nature in the Bible, believe it or not, but people never change. The same shit they talk about in the Bible, people still do. You know, people still do these things. People kill, people cheat, people are adulterous, people still do those things. So, in like to put it simply, I feel like that's human nature sometimes. So I feel like people definitely were feeling this way, but just didn't have the words to say it or the labels or the balls to be able to talk about it. Also, it's a celebrity child. You know how fast these kids grow up. People want to say that. But this is Kylie Jenner and all that. I love Kylie Jenner. I like the Kardashians. People say what you want. But surgery and all. These kids grow up so quickly in Hollywood that I'm sure Isaiah has had access to all these things, all these beautiful women, all these different things, and said, wow, this is something in how I'm feeling. So I don't know. So that's how I feel about it. I want to hear from the gentleman. Mr. Chris? Is this a role model as a father for you?
What are you saying for me if I was the father?
Is D Wade a role model for you as a father?
Yeah, he is.
Expand.
He is because you. I mean, my bad. I kind of zoned out for a minute.
No, you fine. No, you fine. I'll let you piggyback. We'll
No,
pass it
but
over to. Oh no, you good?
no. No, I'm just saying. I think he is a role model.
It's off that drink.
Nah, that ain't it. Nah, nah, just
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot a brain, your friend.
Like we gotta just push through. Okay, all right, okay. Fit Hollywood 6, close this out.
I think D Wade is definitely a role model as a father, but I also say like I probably wouldn't handle it the same way myself because my personal stance on it. Well, let me first say this too, though. D Wade, he's loving his kid. Like he probably doesn't understand it because I don't understand it per se myself because I'm not going through it. But as a parent, he's rolling with the punches and he's trying to make his kid feel loved and accepted because that's what you do. You don't abandon your kids. Like if you abandon the kid, they're gonna hate you, and that's just gonna really mess their life up, even worse than anything else. They don't have a parent, So I think he's doing what he has to do as a father and what he thinks is best. Now, my whole thing is I think it's early for like a actual like surgery, like a sex change. If I'm using the right terminology, I'm not sure. Because
transition.
Okay, a transition. Yeah, I think it's too early for that per se because I also work with kids. I work with 7th graders, so this is actually right around the age. And I have a couple students who are going through this. And honestly, it's like I feel like a lot of times they're trying to figure it out. They're confused, like they're growing up. Because sometimes like they'll even change the way they dress. Like it is like that sometimes. So I think that I want them to be able to make that decision completely on their own. I don't want them to have the process or have it done when they're a kid and then it's like, oh, my parents approve this. This is not how I want to live. No, I want that to be completely your decision and be able to own it like completely and just really know.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Last but not least, we're gonna get out of here. We're running late.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot a brain, your friend.
Oh, all right, let me move this. So I'm gonna let the panel know now. This is not a mandatory stay, but this is a most requested stay. Question while we're here is the rap Mount Rushmore of 2010s. So before we got to this, everyone knows what this is. Before we got into this, they did rap. Go ahead and crown Queen Nicki Minaj. I'm a barb, sorry. Nicki Minaj as the missing piece. But if you wanted to have a missing piece, whom shall it be? Who wants to take the floor first? Who is your number 4 pick? Mine is Nicki Minaj. I've loved Nicki Minaj ever since 6th grade. If you see an itty bitty pig in the market, get a bitch quarter in the car, tell a park. I don't fuck with pigs. I also want to lick them. Get a bitch quarter and I tell them lick them. So anyway, I love Nicki Minaj. That is my choice. Of course, her lyricism is unmatched to me. I'm not a big J. Coler. I'm a Kendricker. I only can pick one conscious rapper in my heart. Hate me if you want. A lot of people hate that opinion of mine. I'm a Kendrick girl. I love Drizzy Drake. I think swap out Lil Wayne over there for me. It's a Young Money. Young Money tore up the 2010s. I'm not going to tell y'all up, but Young Money really had a foot on these niggas' necks. All right. Let's get into it. Q Squad, if you really want to do this and talk about this, I know we talked about this. Who you got? As a lyricist yourself, who you got?
Honestly, since like women get overlooked so much with hip hop and being like just rappers and artists, like my mind changed over time. Like someone did make a point, like
Kalia said Wale. Oh, come on.
I do love
this flower bomb.
No. Wale can't get it because he's just not consistent. He's not what he's not. He's an amazing artist though. Like he's the most slept on lyricist and like
he a rapping uncle.
Yeah, but like like I gotta leave Nikki up there just because like that's just the respect like she deserves, honestly, because it's already like 4 men before her like was on the
Okay,
list.
forget the men and women stuff. Is she qualified? I mean, there's a lot of women rappers, so it's not just because she's a lady. Don't do that.
Like I'm not a fan truly of Nicki Minaj. I like her music, but I know her.
I mean, she's
her
not
stats.
for guys. I can agree that guys don't.
Yeah.
I mean, who listening to? I wish my boyfriend would sit here and sing "Itty Bitty Piggy" with me. What's wrong with you?
Exactly, but
Sit down, singing
her
"Bada
stats-
Boom" or
her stats and awards speak for itself. But like
"Bees in the Trap."
That's
Hey,
my
you know
go-to
it, though.
karaoke song. In case
But
you're wondering.
you gotta put Kanye in that Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
too.
I know. I love Kanye West,
You have to like you have to.
but
You
it
have to.
doesn't fit. So you swapping Nicki out for Kanye?
No, Nicki gotta stay. Cole gotta get out because like I love Cole.
Oh, Cole World.
But like it's like Cole and Kendrick. Like they're in like the same boat, same
Nope.
intentions.
So you got to give us the roster.
So I'm gonna keep Nicki up there. I'm gonna put Ye up there. I'm gonna put Drake up there, and I'm gonna keep Kendrick up there.
All right, Pat. Oh, that's what he got. All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'm definitely keeping Drake. Like, I think Drake is just the undisputed champion up there. Like, absolutely. I'm definitely keeping Cole. Cole is like my favorite rapper.
No Lil Wayne. We all grew up on Lil Wayne.
I
Wayne.
love Wayne. I love Wayne. But if we talking about the whole 2010s? Are we talking about the whole 2010s? Are we
This
talking
is
about
the 2010s?
Are we talking about
2010s
2010 to 2020?
They
Is that
just
what we
saying
talking about?
2010s, buddy. I don't know.
Are we
You know
talking
when
about-
these motherfuckers was rapping. They
I'm just saying. Are we talking about 2010 to 2020? Is
I
that
don't.
2010?
That's what I thought. That's what I
Is that
thought.
the 2010? If
That's
that's
what they said. The
2010s,
2010s. I'm pulling it out. They said the 2010s. My worst one. 2010s. 2010s, nigga. 2010s.
if we talking about 2010 to 2020,
2010s.
you can't not put Drake and J. Cole up there because they've been dropping. And you also can't ignore what Nicki did. So I'm not mad at that, but that wouldn't be my selection. I definitely
So
got
what is yours full
I have
selection?
Future. I got Future up
See,
there.
Future
absolutely.
Future makes music for men. I like Future, but he's a man rapper. He makes music
I know
for men.
women that love Future.
I know
Stop
women love Future, but men is Future just is not a lyricist enough for me. It's too many more lyricists. I think he has hits on hits. I think Hall of Famer. But I'm like, Future is a rapper.
You're not listening though. Like, have you how many Future songs have you really listened to the lyrics? Because he really said some profound shit. Y'all, I mean, it's
just
easy to
80 million
it's
other-
easy to thumbs it down if you don't
Over
listen to
Kanye?
Nope. We talking about the whole 2010s. We talking about 2010 to 2020. You look at Future. You look at Future's drops. He got it. Like every year he's been dropping, and I'm like, I'll defend that. Like, are we talking about consistency? Because he's been doing it. Kanye had a period in time where he wasn't really making music. Wayne went to jail, and then he had that shit tied up with money, with Young Money, Cash Money. Ain't no music come out then. It's singles, but ain't no music dropping. Who been dropping
Right,
from
that's
2010 to 2020? Nicki, that's why I'm not mad at that shit.
It says because she's a lyricist over Future. Is this shit real? I
never said anything about a lyricist, but we talking about hip hop and rap. We talking about making music. We talking about melodies. We talking about a sound. We talking about fans. We talking about consistency. I never said anything about lyricism.
Who been more versatile and consistent than Kanye West and Drake? Come on now, think about that. Who's had more influence? Out of these, out of
not
these
Fabulous. Fabulous gonna beat our asses. Don't do that.
artists?
Hey, Kanye got it on the influence. Like I give you that, but I'm talking about dropping music. I'm talking about consistently doing it. I'm talking about not stopping. Like the people that I got up there, all four, they've been doing that. Giving it to them. 2010s, running that shit. Yeah.
Kanye got 8 albums from 2010 to now. 8 projects. Is that not consistent?
How many Future got?
Mixed.
How many Cole got? How
So
many Drake got?
about? What is Future talking about? Really though?
His life.
True.
His
That's
life.
fact. That's
His
fact.
life. His life.
Future talking about how he don't want Steve Harvey's daughter. He don't
Come on
want
now.
It's his life.
His feelings be hurt.
Future can be on like Mount Kuta Keenan or something down there, and the other
Man,
but not Rushmore.
I'm not
He
hearing
can be on,
like,
he can be on a mountain, but maybe not Rushmore.
Hollywood, put up Cole against Future. Who you got?
Cole all
Oh,
day.
stop it!
Cole all day.
Why?
Because
he's just better.
it's no joke.
We need some like description, but why though? Like,
y'all
why
talk, but we not talking about
Quality.
artists.
Okay, quality over quantity.
We're not talking about artists versus
He
artists.
talking about Percocets and bitches sucking the gun in my trap house.
It's too easy. It's too easy to do that.
I can talk about that.
Let me all right. I don't feel the safeness, but I feel gracious. I
Sucking
thank
dick
God
up in
every
my
day.
trap house.
I don't feel basic. Like that's not just dumb shit. That's about
Nicki Minaj is better than Future.
Fabulous, she's saying.
But we
She's
not
saying
talking about
fabulous.
who's better, who's just the better artist. We said the 2010s. Are we forgetting that? Are we talking about who been putting in the work? That's not fair as far as we talking about music. We talking about 2010 to 2020. And are we just ignoring that? Who been putting in that work? That's why I'm not mad at that Nicki. Like low key, the Kendrick one is like he disappoints me because we should have more music. But if he don't feel like making music, I get that.
But quality over quantity. People think that because he has so much quality that he deserves to be there. These are all quality.
And that's why I'm not mad at that though. But just because someone's not a Future fan, they can't say his music is not quality because they have.
I can appreciate other. I'm not a big J. Cole or girl, but I think he's quality and I think he deserves to be up there. I think it's just Kanye should be somewhere in that mix as well. We got to pass it to Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris.
All right, y'all want my top 4?
Yes, top 5.
You know, I'm gonna keep it real.
Go ahead.
Nah, see, I would take it way back. I would throw in Biggie, Pop. You know what I'm saying? LL Cool J.
Okay, no. 2010.
Nah, I know. I'm just talking.
But
I mean, you can't go wrong with these 4, right? You talk about generational talent. These 4 has definitely surpassed that. But if I had to take out one, I've been seeing Future though lately, but it's like, damn, Future damn near birthed a lot of these rappers now, in a way. But you know, Drizzy, of course, you know, that's just undisputable.
What rappers did Future birth that comes to mind?
Thug, Young Thug, my fave.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Y'all saying Future came from? Yeah, no.
Yes, facts. That's a fact.
Future
has inspired Uzi. A lot of artists. Future has inspired a lot of Future is not a new person. He's been here since like before 2010. So
I think Young Thug deserves to be up there before him. We didn't even talk about Young Thug. If we're talking about innovation,
I prefer Thug over Future.
I think Young Thug is innovative.
He is, but stop it. Future got the tapes. We interrupted Chris.
Sorry, Chris. I love you, bro. My bad.
Cool. You good. I'm listening.
Top 4, 2010.
Drake. See, Wayne it's funny with Wayne because Wayne is in between because Wayne came out earlier too. So, but he was still going hard in 2010. You know,
the 99 to the 2000.
It's the birth of the YCMB. You know what I'm saying? So you got Drake. You know, Cole. Of course. I mean, this tape he just dropped, man. Wow. Nicki, just because of the impact she had for the women, to really kind of have that inspiration. She gave out that inspiration. Kendrick on a consistent basis, like Chris said, he could have dropped more music. So hey, if I had to throw in somebody that's just way different from these guys because they are lyrical, it'll probably be Future. But then again, I might go and throw in.
Why your voice crack? Why you say Future?
But then again, I might go in and throw in.
Why'd your voice crack when you said that? You said Future.
If it ain't Future, because now I'm looking into like, well, damn, what about the trap side? So now I'm looking at Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Who kind of elevated Future too in a way, but it's like.
But Gucci was in jail for a long time.
You win some, you lose some. Ain't up there for enough of that. It's different innovators in rap. If we're talking about like rappers, I think we have to talk about lyricism. We talk about all that, but mean, Gucci Mane is the man, but like, you know, that's just, I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
Danielle, go ahead.
Everyone's gonna laugh at me.
What are your top 4 rappers on your Mount Rushmore, girl? Yeah!
Okay.
That's what they think.
Say
That's
that.
what they think you're gonna give us. What's yours? That's what they think
Say
you're
that.
gonna give us.
Okay, I wrote them down so I didn't forget.
This is
It's
the
4
good.
names. It's hard. Okay, so I am gonna keep Drake because I have loved him since Degrassi. I cried when he got
Degrassi.
shot. I cried when he got shot. I still remember the day. I was in 6th grade. It was very traumatic for me.
That was the first school bull.
And then Nicki Minaj, because I do agree with everyone. I just think that like there hasn't really been. So I'm not like fully into rap, but I just feel like any like female rapper, like I do like Cardi B, but like I don't think anyone has like shown
No.
like even the growth in their music like she has. So I give her a lot of respect for that. Obviously, Lil Wayne. I listened to the Carter 3 like since it came out. I still listen to it all the
Classic.
time.
Oh, classic. Everybody loves that. That's childhood there.
Yeah.
And then last but not least.
Yeah, bitch. Call me Steve-O. It's Machine Gun Kelly. I don't care. Everyone in the comments can fucking make fun of me. I think his pop punk album's great, but I did love him as a rapper. He's coming out with a new rap album after his next album with Travis Barker. I can't fucking wait. I am so excited. I'm
You
sad.
have to tell them you're a super fan.
Oh yeah, I have a Machine Gun Kelly tattoo on my ass. I got it 2 weeks ago.
Well, as
So
soon as we get real popular, we'll get a payment plan and we'll get that going for that. For those
Yeah.
pictures.
You know,
Or catch you out and about somewhere.
send me $20. I'll send you a picture of my ass with a Machine Gun Kelly tattoo. Venmo's
Go
open.
ahead and
But-
message at Danielle on Instagram.
No, but honestly though, people like shit on him and they're like, "Oh, Eminem killed him." But like, not just because I love him, but like he did. I mean, I'm not even gonna get into this because it's gonna sound stupid.
Don't get into it. Don't get into it.
No, I really like him. And Rap Devil was 100% better than Rap God. Eminem can fuck off. So everyone get mad.
So
Go
it
ahead.
just feels
Go
like
ahead.
the rap god. Okay,
No. Rap
MGK
Devil.
is not better than Eminem. I'm from Michigan. I have to stand on this. I can't stand for it. He's not better.
Eminem was good when he was a comedy rapper. Now he just talks about killing women, and it's fucking disturbing.
Okay, well, I mean, he's a little disturbed,
I would-
but we
I
can't.
would
Just too
rather-
many classics. Just too many classics. Those
No.
are like untouchables.
No.
It's like a trophy case of rappers, and he's there. That's like the Jay-Z's, the Nas's,
And then-
the like
listen.
the old schoolers. Like this.
Oh, he was a comedy rapper. He was fucking hilarious.
Don't do
Like,
that. This is not Lonely Island. That's comedy rap. Okay.
No,
Stan is not comedy rap. Cleaning out my
I was gonna
closet.
say that's kind of cap.
It's not
No.
cleaning out my
Doing, like,
closet.
You gotta play the
Superman.
song. You gotta play the
Excuse
song.
me,
She said
girl,
Eminem
girl,
was
you
a
can hop
comedy
on
rapper.
Shady's dick. Superman
Right,
ain't
you're
saving
crazy
shit.
shit.
Girl, you can hop on Shady's
Okay.
dick.
All right, those songs are good. I'm just saying, I would rather listen to Machine Gun Kelly talk
What you
about
Mariah fly through twice? Well, he's talking about Mariah Carey. Like,
right,
sex
but like
with her.
his new albums aren't good. I would rather listen to MGK talk
Nobody's
about
new
cutting up
albums are
cocaine
good.
with his
Nobody's
hotel
new albums are
room.
good. He had to switch it up. He was young enough. He got Megan Fox going with her, and they got this little
No,
thing going.
Megan Fox is a dementor. I told Q this the other day. She is sucking the life out of him like in Harry Potter. His new rap album when it comes out, I
No
promise
one
you,
is
you're
going
gonna
to
like
not date Megan Fox, though.
Oh, she's the
Hilarious.
hottest person in the world.
I am.
Yeah.
Calm down, y'all. Calm down,
But-
guys.
Yeah, you know what? Machine Gun
All right.
Kelly's my number 4. Fuck
All
off,
right,
everyone.
Livy Rose as our honorary white girl. We got to do it to you. Who do you have? Is it Haley Williams? Is it Paramore?
Oh my
I
god,
love
yeah.
Paramore though. We can talk about our favorite alternative rock.
I listened to a lot of rock music, pop music, but I did listen to a lot of rap music growing up and like hip hop, R&B. I love I really I loved Lil Wayne a lot growing up. And then
Everyone loves
I
Lil Wayne, yeah.
loved Nicki Minaj, but I also loved Eminem because my dad raised me on Eminem.
Bro, you
and
have to
then-
let me. You have to give me what y'all owe me first, and it's none of y'all business what Olivia. her dad owe me. Then I want to listen to some Eminem.
No, I
Because-
love Eminem. Like, not just because my dad raised me on it, but because like I liked it. So
Obviously, it's a bias. It is because your dad raised you on it. Clearly,
I mean, yeah, it's partly a bias, but like I also like would take his CDs and listen to them by myself.
Oh, CDs because he's old and decrepit and cancer.
I mean, no, not yet, but
So those are your 4
MCs. It's fine.
and then Drake as well. I listened to a lot of Drake. That was my
All right.
4th.
So those are your 4 YMCMB basically. All right. I used to have one of those T-shirts, and I loved it so much. I wanted a hoodie. Too expensive at Hot Topic, but I was definitely one of those. All right. Last but not least, before we get out of here, everyone has to rap their favorite verse of their favorite rap song verbatim. All right, I will start first. Where you guys go? All right, let's go.
Bro, that's genius. I'm doing it. So.
I'm gonna do the most. I'm gonna do it. I get it cracking like a bad. Bitch talking shit is queen, but she looking like a lab rat. I'm Angelina, you Jennifer. Come on, bitch. You see where Brad at? I ice my biscuits and I piss on bitches. You can suck my biscuit if you take this ginseng. I can't breathe. I can do a bunch of Nicki Minaj. You guys know I can. All right, who's next? Who can rap a whole verse verbatim? That's easy. Q, go ahead.
I'm too embarrassed.
No. Q, go ahead.
You said, oh, it's my favorite verse of a song or something like that?
Verbatim.
All right. Now I can see who will through the flesh. Them bad vibes, shit, I had to disconnect. At my best, at my worst, it's all a test. I see a blessing and a curse, I can't stress. I'm grinding for me and the family, see? Like everybody eats, we do the most. Why these niggas do the least? Can't always think, but I can always see. Learn to let go and just had to let it be. Follow all the principles, though. I gotta keep my mind on free, chief and daydreaming, dodging demons, cause I can't sleep. High power, high know, high power, high learning. I think I got the key. Astral projecting with my ancestors, talking to my future stuff like he know better. I'm trying to eat all the time, not just November. See, I got no members, so I'm trying to build a team, but no whole niggas. So this about legacy. They gonna remember me.
Ooh, what was that?
That's my song.
That's his shit.
Oh, he didn't know. He's okay. He's
That
not.
was awesome.
He's over here trying to. He's gonna give us. He got to. Okay, guys, make sure you guys give him a follow. He just came out with a project. Literally, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, May 7th. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Not even a month ago, you guys. So make sure you guys give him a follow and check that out. All right. If you do your own lyrics, go ahead. But Hollywood.
Run it up.
Hey, he took my idea.
Run it.
Well, I got a verse. I got a verse for y'all too.
I saw you talking, bro. I knew you was gonna do the same shit. I do it. Run it up, bro. Do that shit.
Go ahead.
Y'all ready? All right, cool. Wanna do it like my uncle did. Big. And all I got with me in this bitch, Sigs. Yeah, we got a monster crew. Blue. And what we yell, they know who? You. Blue till I die. That's motherfucking Chronic got me what? In the motherfucking sky. And I dream of winning with my motherfucking team. And I dream of getting all this motherfucking cream. And I dream of getting my family out the hood. And I dream of making sure my sister all good. No MLK, but I will give a speech. But first, let me go and practice what I preach. Then I hit the hood and distribute the wealth. Don't you get it by now? It's fucking health. And I put mine first. Then I say the world. And after that, I find me a beautiful girl.
Period. You very much so giving me like I need that to play before a game or something.
On my soul, right?
I'm gonna get hyped up. You gonna be hyping up the kids like this coach music. They be like, Coach got his music playing. They be like, what is this? They be like, that's Coach 6 right there getting that shit. All right, Danielle.
I know I can't do this. I genuinely.
Come on, resident white girls. What y'all doing? Livy Rose, phone a friend. Livy Rose, I know you got one for us. A milli.
I genuinely,
come on,
I I have hives right now thinking about this. I
Come
literally
on,
have hives.
somebody got a million there. I'm a young money. Come on, one of y'all got it.
I got a 3-peat for you.
You got it. Okay, Olivia, come on.
I only know a little bit of Nicki Minaj's Monster.
Pull up in the monster. I'll get you after.
Huh?
Come on, I got you. Pull up in the
I'm
monster.
so white. Ready? Okay. Pull up in the monster automobile gangster with a bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, with the Taka collar. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. First things first, I eat your brains. Then I'ma start rocking gold teeth and face. Cause that's what a motherfucking monster do, and that's all I know.
Oh, you
Just
heard
like
that?
that's a monster crew. Monster just every hill. This the monster shoe. All right, let me stop.
Please
All
run
right.
it up.
And I'm all up in the face with the money ain't. Let me get this straight. Wait, I'm the rookie, but my features in that show 10 times your pay. 50K for a verse, no album out. No, the Bobby so cold that nobody's gonna climb it. Hotter than a Middle Eastern climate. Trying it, 20 months around, dirty wine it, run it. Whenever the colors in the sign it. All these niggas are one track minded. Oh, really. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done.
Okay.
You see all that? That's why Nikki deserved to be up
And
there,
they say,
goddammit.
right, the Chucky's a child's play. Just kill the cuddle real. It's the mom. I didn't even get to peak wig, thick ass, give them whiplash. I think all right, I'm sorry. That's
10 out
iconic.
of 10, guys. 10 out of 10. Great job.
Iconic. It's
That was
the
2010.
Thank you.
It's the alcohol.
2010.
It's the
That came out
alcohol.
2010.
All right, Mr. Chris, what you got for us? Danielle, we still waiting on you.
I can't do this. I have hives. Do you see
Come
this
on,
right
stop.
now?
Oh
I
my
can't
God,
do this.
all the shit you talk in the chat about MGK. MGK would be upset right now. All
I
right,
would
Mr.
have
Chris.
my butt tattoo. He would be fine. He would be fine.
All right, Chris. That's fair. Fine. Chris, Mr. Chris.
Man, you just took all my energy away from me.
Don't do that. You
You
off a
just
Drake.
got-
What you got? You got some Drake for us? We gonna do you dirty. Say what you got for us.
Man. Damn, I it's funny because I got something, I just can't even say it right now.
Yeah, come on. We gotta get it out.
Baby or some herb.
Like, it's
Oh.
crazy.
Give us some baby or some herb. Give us some baby
I
or
got
some
so
herb.
much. Damn, I can't even think right now. What the fuck going on?
I could attempt to make some background
Man.
sounds for you if you want.
Come on, Young Savage. Why you trapping so hard? Come on. Why these niggas cap?
Hold on,
Y'all
wait,
know
hold
these
on, somebody-
songs.
Throw a
Hey,
couple
Chris.
niggas that's
Hey,
down the
Chris,
road.
stop me off for something. Chris,
All right.
stop me off for something.
What you try? I mean, what you about to do? You gonna do some herb? You gonna do some baby? Like,
What you-
I still got what you need.
I mean, you can say a Michael Jackson song, right? Like we all can recite a Michael Jackson song, right? Like we not that. It's like
Okay, this is Michael Jackson.
I thought it was a rap song. Is it a rap song?
Oh yes, we not copping out doing some pussy Michael Jackson shit.
Hey.
No, I'm playing with y'all. No, I'm not. I'm playing. I'm not kind of playing. Come on, now. This is
I-
rap. We're not copying them out. Rap.
Nah, hell, I ain't rapping no more. Fuck. Nah.
I'll read you guys one of my favorite. I won't rap it.
Okay, fine.
Read
No,
it like a
I-
poetry.
Oh, would you
a
like
slam
Oh,
poetry.
Yes, give it some
Yeah.
energy.
yeah, read like poetry.
Okay, guys.
Spoken word.
Everyone in the comments, please don't make fun of me because
fine.
this is Machine Gun Kelly.
Give us your favorite verse. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is from Floor 13, and he starts it out by I'm gonna read it like a poem, Livy, just for you.
Do it.
So he starts this off by saying, "Fuck. I just spent way too many minutes watching little videos of shitty wannabe rappers dissing me. I just spent the winter living after someone tried to send a kill shot missing me. Young Blonde Dawn in the Double X mob got a gang out in Sicily. Why you think they call me the gunner? I'm popping off on anybody if they trigger me." There you go. I'm in the double. I'm technically in the Double X mob with Young Blonde Dawn. So thank you. That is my representation for the day on the Machine Gun Kelly gang.
Snap.
All right, panel.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. So that is our show for the night. I appreciate everyone for coming through.
You really closed it with my poem.
You were the last one to go. That's how it panned out.
That better be the clip for the week.
That was the last one. I got it. Fair. That's fair. That was the last one. We're gonna end on that solemn note.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot at brains, get friends.
I have the sniffles now. All right, everybody getting loose. Chris, you okay? Mr. Chris, how you feeling?
He faded.
I'm off that goose right now.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm
just listening to y'all, man.
We love Chris. You're gonna become a fan favorite. Everybody loves the Chris's. Love the Chris's. Q over here giving original raps. We got the
Hold on. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I knew Chris was thinking it.
What y'all gonna do?
There's no way you're doing this. Trying to remember somebody else's verse. Now
I thought he was rap. I was. Oh, okay. You just know.
I had 3 people, y'all. On. I was ready. I got 3 people.
That's how you got to come. That's how you got to come.
Danielle's like cracking the show.
No, I'm laughing at myself genuinely. Like I'm mortified. That was the worst thing I've ever done.
That was out of all things, that's not that bad. Well, you wrap it at the concert.
You're fucking welcome. You're welcome.
You gotta wrap it like you in your car, man. Forget it.
We like that.
I'm a wild boy. Forget that tree. Oh, okay, all right, y'all. We're going on 2 hours. This is really a late night show. Come on, y'all. Everybody, have a great night. Again, you have tuned in to the what?
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends. Let me pay for some friends. If I'ma spend, shot at brains, get friends.
Y'all know where to catch the crew here every Wednesday. We have clips coming throughout the week as well. Meet us here next Wednesday from 9 to 10:30 or 11. We're going to just see how it goes. Again, special thanks to at Danielle M. Hare, at Q.Swab, at Fit Hollywood 6, Mr. Chris, me, your host, Welcome to China, and the lovely Livy Rose 97. And make sure you follow her on TikTok. She forgot to say it last week, and she was very kind about it. Make sure you follow at Livy Rose 97 on TikTok. All right, everybody, you have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
If I'ma spend, I gotta pay for some friends.